Hello my friends, today we're learning Baba Basra Daf Kuf Yud. We're going to start Daf Kuf Tes on the base, a few lines up, about 6 lines up. Omar Abelozo, Lo'olam yidbak odom betoivim. A person should marry a good family. Shari Moshe, Shenosa Bas Yisroi. He married the daughter of Yisroi, who Yisroi was Oved Avodah Zarah in the past. Yotzam Imenu Yoinoson. Yoinoson, who we learned about before, who was Kohen Avodah Zarah, came out of him. Aryeh Shenosa Bas Aminodov, a Miyuchas Dika family. Yotzamenu Pinchas. And that the Gemara straight away asks, so Pinchas lav me Yisroi also? Pinchas also counts for Yisroi. V'oksiv ve'lozo ben Aaron lokach lo ibnois putiel lo leisha. Who is ibnois putiel? My love, the osim Yisroi. Shepitem agolim l'Avodah Zarah. Putiel is a lotion of pitem. He was mefatim. He stuffed calves for Avodah Zarah. So Pinchas also came from Yisroi. So the Gemara loi, Putiel means the Osim Yosef, Shepit bet b'Yitzroi. He married one of the, someone from Shevet Yosef who was fighting his Yetzirah. Fragt the Gemara, how could he tell me this? V'alo Shvotim evazim oisoi, the Shvotim were embarrassing Pinchas and v'oimrim, they said, Re'isem ben Puti zeh, you saw the son of Puti, Shepit ben Ben Shepitem Avi Imoy Agolim Avodah Zarah. His grandfather was Oved Avodah Zarah. Yarig Nosi Shevet B'Yisrael. He killed Zimri, who was a Rosh Shevet B'Yisrael. They were talking bad about him, so we could see clearly that Pinchas comes from Putiel, from Yisroi. So the Gemara Daf Kuf Yud, Elo Iavod Imem Yosef, Ime de Imem Yisroi. Iavod Imem Yisroi, Ime de Imem Yosef. So really, Pinchas came also from Yosef and also from Yisroi. And we're saying is if his father of his mother was from Yosef, so then his mother of his mother was from Yisroi. And if his father of his mother was from Yisroi, so his mother of his mother was from Yosef. And that the Gemara says, Deikenami, Tichsivim Nois Putiel, it says, Mibnois Putiel, Tarti, it's mashma from the talking about two daughters here. So we're saying here, Shmami know that Pinchas came, their mother married a woman who was also from Yisrael and also from Yosef. And on that Tosis asks, wait, so how did we answer the kasha? What did we say, Lo'olam yidbak b'toivim? Because look what happened to the grandson of Moshe and look what happened to the grandson of Aaron. Aaron also comes from Yisrael. On that Tosis answers that Yehonason, who comes from Moshe, Yisroi was from his father's side. And from Pinchas was only from the mother's side. Okay, says the Gemara, Omar Rava, Anoisa Isha, someone who marries a woman, Tzorich she'ivdoik be'acheo, he needs to check her brothers to see if they're good, and that's a good way how to see if she's a good woman. Shenemar, it said in the Pasuk, Ve'ikach Aaron es Elisheva bas Aminodov, achois nachshoin, mimashma shenemar bas Aminodov. Since we know it's the daughter of Aminodov, Einu yodea shachois nachshoin, obviously it's a sister of Nachshon. We know Nachshon is the son of Aminodov. Matar mudloy ma'achois nachshon. Mikan, from here it's teaching us the Torah, Shanoi Seisha, that when you marry a woman, Tzorich she'ivdoik be'acheo, you have to check her brother, and that's why it tells Achois Nachshon to say that he checked her brother, he checked that Nachshon's a good person. Tona says in the Brisa, Roiv Boni, most of the kids doing Lachaim, they similar to the uncles from the mother's side. It says about Micha, we were learning before, so we continue about that. It says V'yesur mi avicha lo mato oise bezeu malechopoi. It's like 3 times a lotion of what you're doing over here. So the Gemara explains, Amruloi, lav mi Moshe kasis. Did you not come from Moshe Dichsiv Bey that it says Al Tikroi Valoim? And that's a lotion of Mi Avicha Aloim. You come from Moshe. Lav mi Moshe kasis. He told him, don't you come from Moshe Dichsiv Bey Maze Biotcha, that it says what's in your hand. So also that's why they use the Umato Isepozeh. Lav mi Moshe kasis Dichsiv Bey that it says about Vato Poi Amoy Dimodi. And so therefore they use the lotion Mata Oisepoi. So they asked him, Tase Kohen Avodah Zarah, you, the grandson of Moshe, became a Kohen to Avodah Zarah. Omar lo'en kach mikubloni mi beis avi avo. I have this Kabbalah from my ancestors. Lo'olam yaski adam atzmo l'avodah zarah, a person to rent himself even to serve avodah zarah, to be a kohen to avodah zarah. V'al yitztach labriyos, he was a poor person, he had no money, and that was his only job. Says the Gemara, also, why he thought that it means avodah zarah mamish to serve avodah zarah, you should rent yourself. V'loi, it's not true. Avodah zarah, it means avodah shezara loy. It means even a work that's not suitable for him, you should do that and don't take charity. Keda'oma leRav Kana, like Rav told Rav Kana, nutoish nevela b'shuka, or the girse over here is neshoit. It means unskin a dead animal in the market, v'shkoil agran, get paid for it, v'loi teime gavarano. Don't say, I'm a great person, it's not bakovad for me to do such a job. No, any job is bakovadik. V'zile b'milsa, it's not bakovadik for me. Kevin shara David. Since David HaMelech saw that this Yehoinis and Shema min chaviv olav b'yoysa mino alay tzoros, he made him in charge of the monies. Shenema v'Shavuel ben Gershon ben Menashe nogid alay tzoros. We said his name is Yonason. Omar Rabbi Yonason, Yochanan, Sheshav le'el b'chol liboy. The reason why we call him Shavuel, because he did Shuvah later on, and that's why David took him to be in charge of the monies. V'abonim esa'av, it says the sons inherit the father. Minolon, how do we know this? Tichsiv ish kiyomus, and the pasuk, I'm going to continue the pasuk inside. Ubein ein loy. If he doesn't have a son, then you give it to his daughter. So it's mashma. If he does have a son, he goes to the son. Let's see it inside. Tama de ein loy ben. Hoyesh le ben koidim. You give it to the son. Omali Rav Papa l'Abaye. Rav Papa asked Abaye this following question: Ema, maybe Ika ben. If there's a son, Leiris ben. The Yerusha goes to the son. Ika bas, if there's only a daughter, Teres bas, the Yerusha should go to the daughter. Ika ben ubas, but if there's a son and a daughter, that we know that goes only to the son. Says Rav Papa, loy haileris, v'loy haileris, no one should be Yerush. So Abaye told Rav Papa, ve'elo man, says the Gemara Daf Kufiyudom und Beis, elo man leirois. Who should Yerush in such a case when there's a son and a daughter? Otu bar kosher de mosalerus. What, the ruler of the city should be Yarshin it? What are you talking about? There's a son and a daughter, so who should Yarshin if not them? So Rav Papa told Abaye, Ochikamin, and this is what I mean to ask. Ike benu bas. If there's a son and a daughter, loy haileris koloi, v'loy haileris koloi. Not the son should Yarshin everything, and not the daughter should Yarshin everything. Elo, ki adodi lersu. Maybe they both should Yarshin. How do we know that if there's a son and a daughter, only the son Yarshins? Maybe they both Yarshin 50-50. Omale Abaye, so Abaye told him to Rav Papa, ve'itzrich korlash min echad lesli elo chod bro lirtu kulu nichsi. It says in the pasuk, the Rashbam explains, that if it says if he doesn't have a son, you should give it to the daughter. If the son and the daughter are the same, so obviously if one person has only one kid, obviously he should get everything. If the son and the son and the daughter is the same, so obviously if one of them is not around, if there's only a son or only a daughter, all goes to that one who's left. So why does the pasuk say if there's no son, you should give it to his daughter? Obviously they're the same. Eloi must be saying that, if there's no son, then you give it to the daughter, but if there's a son, it goes only to the son. So Rav Papa told Abaye, no, maybe this is the Chiddush, the Bas Nami, Bas Yerushi. Maybe Gufa, it's coming to tell you that the Bas Yarshins, because you'd think the Bas doesn't Yarshin at all. So that's what the Pasuk telling you. So Abaye answered Rav Papa, that you know from Michol Bas Yereshes Nafka. We know already that the daughter Yarshin, so that's not the Chiddush. Rav Acha bar Yaakov Omar Meocha. Rav Acha bar Yaakov said, I'll tell you a different source how we know that when there's a son and a daughter, only the son Yarshins. Because it said that Bnei Tzlofchad passed away and he had only daughters, and his daughters came to Moshe and they said, why will our father's inheritance lose from our family? Because he has no sons, they should lose everything. So we medayek tama den leben. It's mashma. They said, because we have no son, that's why we're coming to you. Yesh leben. If we'd have a brother, ben koidem. Then we wouldn't come to you with any complaints. We'd totally understand that the son yarshins everything. So we could see that when there's a daughter and a son, the son yarshins everything. Said the Gemara, "V'dilma b'nois tzlofchad u'dekamor nochi." Maybe enochinami b'nois tzlofchad thought that way, that the son and the daughter, only the son yarshins, because that was before that the Torah was mechadish all the din in achlas. But nitnu Torah, once the Torah was mechadish how the nachla works, the mechadish halacha afterwards was mechadish, and when the son and the daughter, they both yarshin, and not only the son. So how do we know that only the son? So the Gemara ela mechavarta kedeshanin miikara. We have to go back to Abaye's raya, like what we said before, that how we know that the son yarshins are not the daughter. Ravina Amar Meracha, Ravina brought another source to try to say that the son yarshins are not the daughter. Why? Because it says Akorov, it says in the pasuk of Nachal, the one who's close, Akorov Elov, Akorov, Korov Koid, the one who's closer, yarshins, and the son is closer than the daughter. Ask the Gemara, my kurva de ben mibas, why is the son closer to the father than the daughter? Sheben kam tachos oviv liado lesod achuza. We see that in two places a son is stronger than the daughter. One is if a father buys a shifcha knanis, so he could marry her without kesef kiddushin, because the kesef of buying her, that's a kesef kiddushin. Or he could give him this shifcha ivriya, to his son to marry her, and he also doesn't have to give kiddushin, because the money of the father is the kiddushin for the son. So we can see the son is like the father. And another thing is soda achuzah, that if someone is makdish a soda achuzah, so if he himself is poided from hekdesh, when Yovel comes, it stays by him. And if someone else is poider it, when Yovel comes, the soda goes to the koyanim. And if the son of a person who is makdish it is poider it, so also the son, when Yovel comes, it goes back to the father. So we can see the son's like the father. So the Gemara, that's no raya. Yadov, the case of Yud, Bas Yahado, a woman can't marry a woman, so that's why you can't be miyayed your shifcha to your daughter. But it doesn't mean that a woman's less close to the father than the son. La Bas Yahado, Soda Chuzanami, Mai Pircha Gufahu, Do Kaimele Letana. The whole reason why we say that the son could do, if he's poide Soda Chuzah, when Yovel comes, it goes back to the father. The whole raya is klum yesh yibum elo b'mokum she'en ben. The whole raya that it's so that the son has a special din of soda achuzah like the father is because the raya is that if there's no kids, then there is yibum. If there's kids, we don't need yibum. So we could see the son is connected to the father. But that din also applies by a daughter. A daughter, even if there's a daughter left, there's no din yibum. So there's no any stronger connection of a son more than a daughter. So the Gemara Elo mechavarta kedeshanin miyukara, we have to go back to Abaye's raya that a son yarshins and not a daughter, from what Abaye brought a raya, not from what we said here. V'yiboy say man said the Gemara another raya, and this raya we stay with it and we don't shlog it up. Mihocha, it says v'inchaltem oisom lebneichem achreichem. You'll yarshin it to your kids after you. Since it says b'neichem v'lo b'noisechem, your sons and not your daughters. So when is that? It must be that when there's a boy and a girl, only the boy yarshins. Elo mato says the Gemara leman irbu yemechem v'yemei b'neichem. We say in Krishma that you'll have a long life, you and your sons. Ochinami, you want to tell me, it means b'neichem v'lo b'noischem. It means that only your sons are going to have a long life and not your daughters. It means all who comes from you, boys, girls, will have a long life. So we could see b'neichem is lav dafka. So the Gemara, no, bracha shiny, by bracha, there's no bracha lechatzoyim. You can't say a bracha, oh, you'll have a long life for you boys and not for your daughters. A bracha is a full bracha, and therefore it means boys and girls. But when it comes to dinim of Yerusha, since it says b'neichem, so it means dafka b'neichem and all your daughters. So what case is that? When you have boys and girls, so it only goes to the boys. Says the Gemara, we learned in the Mishnah of Achim in Av Noichlim u'Manchilim, brothers who are from the same father. If one of them passes away with no kids, the Yerusha goes to his brother. And if a brother dies, it goes to the other brother, Reuben and Shimon, brother of Yaakov. And Yaakov is not alive, and his kids are not alive. Reuben dies, Shimon yarshins him. Shimon dies, Reuben yarshins him. Said the Gemara Minolon, what's the source for this? Omar Rabba veitem asya achua min Yaakov. We learn achua min Yaakov. Mala halon minav, like by the brothers of Yaakov. It says Shnei Mosar Achim Anachnu, and there were 12 brothers from the father, not from the mother. V'loi minaim. Afkan also here when it says in the parasha Achim, minav v'loi minaim. Fragt the Gemara, why do we need this drasha? It says in the parasha of Nachalo, from your family, ksiv, and we know mishpachas av kru mishpacha. Mishpacha same enukru mishpacha. As we said earlier, mishpacha is from the father, not from the mother. So in the parasha of Nachlo itself, it says mishpachtom, and we know mishpacha is brother. So when mishpacha is from the father. So when it says achim, it means from the father. Why do we need to come to learn from Bnei Yaakov? So we don't really need to. Where did Rabbah say that we learn from Bnei Yaakov is a different din. Linyan Yibum mitmar. It was learned for a different din of Yibum. Which brothers do Yibum? Brothers from the same father. But if you have two brothers from the same mother and not from the same father, and one of them dies without no kids, his brother doesn't need to do Yibum because it says brother, and by Yaakov it says brother, and over there we know it's from the father, so we know that Yibum is also only from the father and not from the mother. Thank you very much. We should all be zoiche for kosher sukkah, for kosher arba minim, should be zoiche for all the shpizin and all the lights that sukkah brings with us. And I just want to point out a great gratitude again to my wife, who pushes me and encourages me to learn and to be a better person. Thank you very much.